People, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this, most assuredly, is Chase the Heat. Recently, I read a letter yesterday, and you're seeing in the thumbnail, you already saw it. Pretty, isn't it? Peach Mutant X. I'm going to read this letter I got from Chris Vincent. In case you didn't see the first video I did, I read the same letter. I'm going to read the next one too, because some people may not see the first two. It says, Johnny, here's some Peach Mutant X Peppers, some Chocolate Reapers. I ate a few of those yesterday. And what I've listed as a Red Reaper, but I think it's probably a cross of a Reaper and a Mutant X. Let me know what you think. I also include some of my tinctures. Pretty excited about those. They're not burn your face off, but they have great heat and flavor. I will have a lot of new pods coming in the next few months. Tease me with a good time. So I will send you some more of those when they're ready. Hope to see you at Pinellas Pepper Festival, St. Pete. I won't be able to be there, I don't think. I'll be there selling plants. So if you want some of the plants like this, you know where to go. Let me know if you need anything. Always love peppers. I keep most of my progress on my Instagram, Chris Crops, which is going to be in the description box, so please check him out. All right, so I have a couple of these Peach Mutant X. Before I show you the pod up close and personal, I'm going to read you a little bit about this, because I did a little bit of research on it, because I want to know what a Mutant X was. These days, anything with an X in it's pretty cool, right? Just saying. All right, anyway, so look, the original Mutant X is a super hot cross created by master grower Matthew Arthur, who messaged me yesterday. Matthew's a great guy. Now, Matthew is a very interesting cat. He is a creator far more than just a grower. For real. Anyway, it's a cross of the MA. If you ever see the initials or the letters MA before a pepper, then you know it's just something special, because the MA stands for Matthew Arthur. But anyway, the Mutant X is a cross between the MA Wartrix and Jay's Peach Go Scorpion. All right? So this is the peach variant of that. They retain more of the scorpion shape. I'm cutting with my Viking neck knife. This was a knife Bree gave to me. This is from Grimfrost. For the Viking in you, because there's a Viking in me. I got a couple of them. Here's the first one. Tell me that the phenotype isn't just spectacular. I'm like an 8-year-old kid when I look at one of these. I kid you not. It's just so pretty. When you're, I don't know, man. When you're a kid, you look up in the stars like at night, and you'd see like these stars and stuff, and you'd like blown away by it. Every kid, or dinosaur, every kid's blown away, like fascination. Like the fascination a kid gets with space, I still get all the time with peppers. I mean, I really do. They're beautiful. They're all very special. They're all very different. Pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, this is the first one. It's a Peach Mutant X. I'm going to cut this thing open. I'm going to show you the inside. I can tell you what the inside is going to look like. It's going to be thicker walled than. It's not going to be a super thin walled pod, I don't think. I think it's going to have a pretty decent sized placenta, because it feels awfully thick. And it's relatively thick walled for such a small pod. I was right about that. The placenta isn't huge, but it's gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? Like, is it me? Is there something wrong with me? Or is that just not really, really beautiful? Look at that. That to me is the prettiest thing. The smell. Ah. All right, off to the starboard side, we got Spanks Calhoun, Tommy's son. Pull your chair over here. I want you to smell this. Just because I'm always saying how citrusy they smell, and just the wonderment of this whole thing. Smell that.
Oh, wow.
Is that incredible? The citrusy? You smell the citrus notes in that?
This is very nice.
Oh, man. But it's just beautiful. And he's going to be in some videos. Are you going to be in some videos?
I would love to be in some videos.
So Spanks is going to burn with me in a few videos. We'll have to be a different setup. We'll have to go...
yeah.
I still have not found the right setup to shoot here. Like in every place I've lived in, real quickly, it's like, okay, this is where I'm going to shoot in the morning. Real quickly, this is where I'm going to shoot at night. I just kind of learned it just like that. With this, it's like, because of the way the light is, I never really know where the best spot to sit is. And
Don't sit here. The sun's right in my face.
I've done a video there. with the sun right in my face at this time, right there. Not even a week ago. You can see me really well, but you're blind.
Yeah.
Here I can see really well, but it's just kind of, it's not really bright. But anyway, one more time, look at the inside of that gorgeous pepper. Holy moly, is that pretty. I wish you could, put your smell-o-vision on. If you don't have smell-o-vision, people, shame on you. Go to the App Store, smell-o-vision. You'll see it typed up in the comment section with hyphens in there, smell-o-vision. In the App Store, there's no dash, so if you try to use the dash, you won't find it there. It's for Apple and Android now, but here is the Peach Mutant X from my friend Chris. I am Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Okay, now let me read you the little info about this pepper. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 million to 1.2 million. Scoville is what they say, but Scovilles are weird lately, aren't they? Never know what anything is. I can tell you this is a hot pepper. Now it's a winter pod, so they're not quite as hot as summer pods. But I can tell you that if a non-chili head ate this. Like, I don't care what the rest of your day look like, scratch it off. And just, whatever you were gonna do today, just do tomorrow. Because nothing, if you were just sort of start your day like this, and you're not a chili head, like I'm not even playing, the whole day, and that's the whole day, would be gone. So for a chili head, this is and my tolerance is down, admittedly, being the off season that it is. But for a chili head, this is going to be a 7 and up. You're going to have some chili heads that will say it's a 6, for sure. You might even have a madman out there that'll call it a 5. But this is a pretty hot pepper. It would be difficult to, and you know, here's the thing. I like the taste of it. I can give you the notes. The taste of it. There were some citrus notes. It smelled far more citrusy than it tasted.
But you got floral out of it, didn't you?
Very slightly. It wasn't that floral. To be very honest, it was almost a kind of a neutral pepper. It wasn't really fruity. It wasn't earthy at all. It had a pepper flavor, but it really wasn't that fruity. And the very slight citrusy notes. Usually when a pod smells that citrusy, because it really did smell citrusy. When it smells that citrusy, they taste very citrusy as well. I'm gonna eat one more, because it's just so beautiful. I looked at it, I was like, I gotta eat this one on this video. Look at that. Is that just like the perfect little phenotype? A little scorpionish like? Then I'm gonna read you some silly, stupid trivia. You know why? Because I like to. It's fun to read. Not like the reading part of it, but reading silly trivia is kind of fun to learn. See, for a very small, thin pepper, that's a thicker walled. I find that the hotter the pepper, the thinner the wall usually gets. This is a pretty hot pepper and it's a very hot pepper. Do you want a little piece of it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't want to give you half it, because I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't think I'm. But yeah, that I'm down.
Yeah.
I want to get on camera though for sure. That's okay. Hello
Here's
everyone.
Spanks.
This.
Remember. Oh, here we got a 5-second.
I got it. 5-second rule is in effect.
All right, so Mutant X with Spanks.
No, really?
Yeah, he is.
And it starts.
It is delicious.
For a little, see that was, the second
what
one
you
was
mean by
far more. Hold on a minute. The second one was far more fruity than the first one was.
Yeah, 100%.
This is very fruity.
That's hot.
But like for me, it's the off season. My tolerance is really low. But I'm broken. I want you to know that. So for me, I've had one, the big one, and then half of the small one, and I'll eat this too here. And my heat scale is at about a 2, maybe a 3. What's your heat scale from that?
I'm at a 4 or 5 immediately. We'll see what happens.
Spanks Calhoun,
It's on the sides of my tongue
right?
and the tip.
Right.
It's actually kind of going like.
Is that kind of, I love when they get migratory
pulse?
burns.
Yeah,
I do
I
the
love that.
pulse. Or sometimes there's a couple. Sometimes there's the pulsating one. Like when you hit your thumb with a hammer, it goes like this. You'll do that. It'll do that in your mouth. And then you get these migratory burns, which will start 99% of the time when you get a migratory burn, it starts in the front. And as you swallow what's the saliva, which is coated with capsaicin in it, it starts to go back to your throat. So the burn will migrate to the back of your throat. But every once in a blue moon, it's happened to me, I think 2 or 3 times. I've had a burn which started in my throat and migrated forward, which is super weird. You all right?
Yeah.
You going to a happy place?
Yeah.
Where you at? He was.
It's like.
6.
Maybe a 6. Yeah.
I can look at you and tell you it's a 6.
Yeah.
It's my nephew, man, right there. Yesterday, he did a drop of Tom Broom's Omega tank, which is a couple million. That was great, but you'll see more of him. We're going to wrap it up.
All right.
Thanks for being in this. We're going to wrap this up now. Oh, no, we're not. Let me read you some stupid trivia. So I got some good ones. These are some funny ones. He's limping off. Come back and let me know how you do. Listen to this. The more expensive your wedding is, the more likely you are to get divorced. Think about that. In a 2014 study of about 3,000 married couples, Emory University discovered that couples who spent more than 20 grand on their wedding are roughly 46% more likely to get divorced than couples who spent between 5 and 10 grand on their wedding. A little food for thought. Do you know there's a species of all-female lesbian lizards? I swear it's true. New Mexico whiptails are 100% female. They are nicknamed as lesbian lizards. They still participate in mating rituals in which they mount each other, which stimulates egg production without any gene transfer. I thought that was fascinating. Most bees don't live in hives. Where you at?
I just scooped some pepper out of my broken tooth. I'm gonna go get a toothpick.
Do that. Wow. Most bees don't. He just got a piece of pepper and a broken tooth. He's getting a toothpick. Most bees don't live in hives. Instead, they live in nests, where they nest in things like small snail shells. Bees don't live in hives or colonies, instead nesting in the ground, aerially, or even in old snail shells. A bee will often burrow their own nest, adding pollen and nectar, and lay an egg before sealing off the nursery. This was wicked cool. Because a lot of you know that I'll be moving to Australia. But an Australian, no man, I blew it. It's Austrian. All right, Bree, we have to move to Austria now. An Austrian group plays music on instruments made of vegetables. And then afterwards, they turn the vegetables into soup after the show. I swear it's a true story. The pumpkin works very well as on its own as a bass drum, and you can make all sorts of instruments like flutes, recorders, xylophones from carrots. Says Jorge Piringer, a musician in Austria's vegetable orchestra. This was a fascinating one. Philadelphia cream cheese. Take a guess where it's made. I know you're probably going to say Philly. You would be wrong. Philadelphia cream cheese has never been made in Philadelphia. Its name in the 1880s marketing strategy was used at the time because Philly was known for its very high quality dairy at the time. Not saying that it's not good dairy now. Just a couple more. Octopi and squid can see color by changing the shape of their pupils. Despite being colorblind, the squishy ocean dwellers change their pupils to accept specific wavelengths enabled to see color. They use this information to help detect and mimic their surroundings so they can be camouflaged. What a brilliant creature that is. This one blew me away. I wish I had a teaspoon with me. Alas, I don't. 1 teaspoon of neutron star material weighs 6 billion tons. So if you had a teaspoon and you put 1 teaspoon of neutron star material, 6 billion. Listen to this. Neutron stars contain the densest matter that is directly observable. The pressure in the star's core is so high that most of the charged particles merge, resulting in a star composed mostly of uncharged particles called neutrons. This is a weird one. And I remember reading about this. Rare cloud here. A dog was the mayor of Cormorant, Minnesota for 4 terms. Before retiring at 13, 91 in dog years, the Great Pyrenees Duke, that's the name, was the mayor of 4 consecutive terms. He was first elected as a write-in candidate in 2014 and became one of their most popular politicians. There's Duke right there, in case you think I'm making any of this up. I'm not. And we're going to do one more. This one was so weird. I don't even know if I believe it. In the UK, it's legal to give anybody over the age of 5 alcohol. It is illegal to give anybody alcohol under 5. The UK chief medical officer suggests if children are going to drink alcohol, it should not be given to them at least the age of 15, but they'll let it slide at 5. Wow. Anyhow, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank Spanks for eating some of that little Peach Mutant X. It was a great pod. It was tasty. The second one was sweet and fruitier and very, very, very tasty. Thank you, Chris, for the pods. In the description box, you're going to see all the normal stuff. Right there is the bus. Right there is the boat. There are 2 interesting things. One of them is pepperology for new beginners, and one of them is challenges, because who doesn't love watching someone in pain? Hey, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.